Hey guys, it's Tina Flowers and welcome back to my channel. This week on Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 3 was the Winterfell battle. So this is an episode that we have been waiting for. Like I said, I will be uploading a Game of Thrones video for every episode that airs. This week is what the fuck moments of Episode 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not gonna waste any time. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Also hit the little notification bell button and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video so you'll never miss my Game of Thrones videos. So without further ado, like I said, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So let's start with the first what the fuck moment, and that was the Dothraki being completely destroyed. What the fuck? Literally. So we see Melisandre come in, she does her little magic stuff and she lights up all of their swords on fire. This is at the very beginning. We see her light up their swords, and it's kind of a moment that it gives the viewers this idea that, hey, they might actually win. So you get really excited, you're like, hell yeah, you know, and then they just march into the darkness, and then one by one, you just see their swords go off. Just like that. Just like that. And you're like, oh my God, this is the Dothraki we're talking about. They are incredible. They are incredible in the battlefield. They are ruthless, and they just died completely. What? So kind of brings me, that same what the fuck moment brings me to my second what the fuck moment. Like, what the fuck happened to Ghost? We see Ghost and then we don't. Ghost is in the front lines with the Dothraki, and then Ghost is not. like doesn't come back or anything. What happened? What happened? I don't know. I don't think she's dead. I just don't think that she's dead. We saw all of the other direwolf when they died. We saw we saw proof of death. So I feel like, we deserve some proof of death for Ghost if she is dead. But I hope she really isn't. I hope she comes back. Also, I know that this is more of a technical thing, but I know that they did cut, they had to cut budgets, and they cut some of the CGI, direwolf CGI. So their scenes are a lot shorter than before. But hopefully, I'm still hoping to see Arya's direwolf come back. We did have that, she did have that little interaction with her when she was on her way back to Winterfell. Hopefully they come out again. Who knows? So the next what the fuck moment is basically just three sacrifices that three characters made. These were some of the main character deaths, and that was Ed, who sacrificed himself sort of for Sam. It wasn't really a sacrifice, but he did kill the White Walker that was about to kill Sam, helped him get up, and then the White Walker killed Ed, and that was a little bit he wasn't like a main character, but it still kind of sucked to see him die. And then we had, of course, Theon, who sort of sacrificed himself for Bran. Also, that was a very touching moment, though, where Bran just kind of tells him, "You're a good man. Thank you." And then Theon charges at the Night King. And we all knew he was going to die, but it was just, I feel it was a way of ending that character on what could be a good note, kind of just having him come full circle, and that was a redemption for Theon, and I don't think that there was any other way to have him die other than as a brave man, which I think was cool. And then third, probably the saddest one for me, was Ser Jorah sacrificing himself for Dany. And that was just sad because it was really, really touching, because we have that moment where, Drogon just takes off because all the White Walkers are attacking him, and Dany kind of falls off of him and he flies off. And then you kind of just see Dany in the middle of all these White Walkers, and you're kind of thinking like, oh my God, like, what is she gonna do? Dany doesn't have weapons. Dany just has her dragon, and her dragon just flew away. So what's gonna happen? Right? And then you just see Ser Jorah come out of the background like a fucking champ. Just like, yeah, I'm here to defend you, Dani. And it was such a cool moment. It literally made me want to clap. Like, hell yeah, Ser Jorah to the rescue. So that was really cool, but it was sad. You know what? Another thing, I do have to say this. It was really cool to see Dani pick up a sword and start fighting alongside Ser Jorah. She wasn't like, oh no, I'm a queen. Like, no, she's like, I'm gonna fight side by side with you, which I think is a pretty cool thing for a ruler. I have to say that I really appreciated her doing that. Another character who died in this episode was Lady Mormont, and that was also kind of hard to see just because, you know, she is a little girl. She's a badass, but she's a little girl. However, she went down like a champ. She stabbed that giant in the eye and brought that giant down with her, so pretty cool. Now the last two what the fuck moments go side by side, and let's just start with the fact that I figured this out halfway through the episode, but nobody wanted to believe me. We see Arya, you know, being attacked by the White Walkers in the castle, and then Beric saves her, right? He throws his sword and he kills the walker that's right on top of her. I just said walker like it's The Walking Dead. Didn't it seem like The Walking Dead though when she was kind of like sneaking around the castle? It was a little Walking Dead-ish. You know that it was. But anyway, he does throw his sword, his fire sword, and he gets that walker right as he's attacking Arya and saves Arya's life, and then pretty much sacrifices himself for Arya. Now, in this moment, I completely got it. The Lord of the Light had brought back Beric many times for a purpose. When I saw him dying, I knew that that purpose was to save Arya. Why? Because Arya was gonna kill the fucking Night King. Hell yeah. And I told everyone, I told them, they didn't believe me. So then, of course, Melisandre kind of, you know, brings that theory to a close by saying, you know, you're gonna close brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes. And that was epic. That was the moment where I was like, Arya's gonna kill the freaking Night King. Except I didn't know how she was gonna do it. I had no idea. I was like, how is she gonna get there though? Which brings me to the last what the fuck moment of this video. Is freaking Arya killed the motherfucking Night King. And that was freaking awesome. It was just so awesome. The moment where she pulled that same signature move that she pulled on Brienne. She pulled that, drop the knife, catch it on the other hand, stab, which is really, really awesome. It was an incredible move, and it was just so badass to watch, and I was like, I was cheering because we saw her in the background of the Night King, and then he turns around, grabs her neck, and I was like, oh no, but then she does the famous drop knife, grab knife, stab, and it was awesome. So there you go, guys. That was the what the fuck moments of Season 8, Episode 3, Game of Thrones. Although I don't think that they'll fight Cersei just yet. I think that this next episode will probably be them talking about their strategies for arriving at King's Landing and how they're going to attack Cersei. So anyway, that's all for today, guys. Don't forget, I'm uploading a video for every Game of Thrones episode. Also, if you have any ideas, anything you'd like me to review, any movies, TV shows, products, whatever, let me know in the comments down below. I will definitely review that for you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, please, please, please. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.